What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk of the Tundra, your Green Bay Packers podcast that is a proud partner of the Gyro Step Podcast Network and the Blue Wire family. As always, I am your host, Numac, and sandwiched between two of my favorite people. I guess I am sandwiched. I am your host and also sandwiched between two of my favorite people. Um, on my left is John Taylor. On my right is my lovely buddy, Jordan Tresky. And you're probably wondering, wow. My most Owen Wilson voice. Wow. All three of the guys here. Well, it's because our good friend Jordan Tresky has a little bit of an announcement to make, so I'll leave it up to him.
Hello, everybody listening, watching, consuming the three, the LWC, if we listening, watching, consuming. I saw it on Numac's face. Anyway, this is how an announcement like this should obviously go in around these parts.
Of course.
Obviously, I have not been on for a very long time and apologize for that. Big life event obviously happened. Um, Happy to report that wife, baby, doing great. She turned 4 months old yesterday. Lots happening around these parts that, just keeping up with the Joneses. So that goes a way of saying that obviously this is like my last like big as co-host of the Talk of the Tundra podcast, I would say. Doesn't mean that I won't be on at some point, maybe during the season. Unless a Numac just bars the door completely.
You're just
But
excommunicated, never to come
yeah,
back on ever
you're
again.
left. You're going to Chicago or Northwest Indiana, wherever they're gonna play. But yeah, just life happens. It's funny because I've thought like we've obviously tried to like make time for this behind the scenes. You think about like what you're gonna say, and I think in your head it's always like a bigger thing. But it is just like, life happens. I'm 34 and I have a kid. And I felt like before I was like, oh, you can still have a kid and do all the fun stuff. And I'm like, it's not that hard. And I was not I was prepared, but it is just you see life kind of quickly adjusts beyond your control in a lot of ways, and it is humbling in many ways. And then it's the matter of what you want to do and how you prioritize things. And it sucks to stop something that I like doing a lot, but also, I feel like people get it out there. It's like you get older and you want to prioritize time, and doesn't mean that I'm turning this off because these takes are still happening. Believe me. But maybe I'm going like creedthoughts.gov on people instead of what it was. But um, but yeah, it's just more of just to give some clarity to the folks out there that I'm sure have probably been wondering where I've been, and obviously I hate to leave this audience. I told Numac this. It's like it is the hardest part of it. It's like it's fun. It's a way of we talk about the Packers, but the things that I remember, and this obviously applied to Win and Six when that was a thing. It's that it was never the things I remember the most about it was not actually talking about the Bucks, unless they won a championship, or the Packers, unless they beat the Cowboys in a playoff game. But it's always like the dumb, stupid bullshit that we just love talking about that makes it all worthwhile. So that's my long-winded way of announcing that I'm departing. And I could not have imagined anyone, John, like Newmark way back when. That's the other thing. I'm gonna just keep talking. No one else is talking this episode.
That that
I
is
didn't
that
know.
is what this is for.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Newmark when we started this. I really didn't know. Like it was very, very. If anything, it was just the Discord, and then we thought of this idea, and obviously you lived at that old by that old Kmart that the Packers tore down, and then I'm not saying it was like a shotgun wedding by any means, but we found our friendship through this podcast,
Hmm.
and that's I think the biggest takeaway is that it's not just me and Numac. It's obviously now Numac and John. And I know Ty and Rohan can say that. I can say that with Adam. Adam can say that with Andrew. Like that's kind of the fun thing with GSPN is like as much as the internet is full of terrible things at all
No.
times.
No.
No, not at all. Hantavirus. Um, But yeah, I think it it's things like this can still happen organically even with people that you don't know. And I think if anybody could take away anything from this episode, it's that. So yeah.
Are you telling me that your most memorable moment on this podcast with me is when I lobbed allegations at Steve Keim? Is that what you really?
100%. It is it is certainly the one that we keep going back to. Also, it was like that was probably the first draft that we did together. So it was like we're
Yeah,
gonna do a live stream. We're gonna
live
do the
stream.
fun. Steve Keim, bring him down.
So,
But yeah,
obviously, if you guys have known or have noticed, John has been on the pod the last few weeks, and he'll be replacing Jordan because I know he's got some takes to fire off. So, John, not briefly, but do you want to say anything about coming on? Your excitement levels now
Yeah,
that we are officially
yeah,
announcing it, even though Ty maybe soft launched it on Eurostep a couple weeks ago.
that's right. He soft launched our situationship. It's
That's
been
right.
great. I'm really honored to fulfill the one requirement of there being a JT on this
there
podcast.
we
So
go.
I'm happy to take over that mantle. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's funny because you bring it up as well, Jordan, that you and Numac found a fast friendship over the Packers in the Discord, and I feel the same way. Hilariously, we shared a lovely road trip and Lambo tour with our guy Doug when I came the last time I was back in Wisconsin. I'm really excited. I hosted another podcast with my buddy Josh Albrecht. He's on the radio on Wisconsin Sports Network. I don't need to selfishly plug that too much, but it is on the radio Saturday mornings, which is pretty fun. But those segments make it challenging to really kind of dive into any one topic too entirely. They're like 14 minutes. They need to be a little more evergreen because we record in the middle of the week and that airs on a Saturday morning. So I got a lot more things I'd like to get into and explain and talk about and kind of nerd out over. And so I'm really looking forward to Numac's love of PFF grades as much as I have. So it's pretty great. I've been a Packers fan since 1995. You guys did a little lore drop way back when, so I thought I'd hop in nowadays. The first season I ever watched the Packers play football, they won the Super Bowl. So it was pretty easy to get on board with that. I famously showed feet once the Packers Discord channel opened because I have like 3 Packers tattoos on my feet. It's like truly the first thing I ever fell in love with. So to be able to live in a world where there's like this much content, this much information that you can kind of really like nerd out and dive over is something that I'm doing whether I'm on a podcast or not. So I'm really excited to be able to just kind of keep talking about it with you, Numac, and Jordan, as much as you'll have us or you'll make time for us. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
My promise to the listeners is that I will never have a child. Scientifically, it's impossible. So I will always be available until I just don't want to be. So nothing's gonna pull me
There you
from
go.
this, at least for a while. So
There you go.
that's my solemn promise. So
Um,
you have that to look forward to, I guess.
John, you messaged me today and about things you're excited to talk about. And you said all these thoughts are content driven, as in if I didn't have podcasts to make slash listen to, I'd blissfully think about how Andrew Vaughn is looking like a 1920s baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a
I love the approach. I truly love it.
yeah, he absolutely looks like a toddler from the Roaring Twenties.
Yeah, he's a roar. He is the roaring 20s. That is what he is.
Yeah.
My favorite
good news
picture
is
still is the one of him with the cracked out kid that's like has all the sugar. That's like
yeah.
so. Jordan, I've appreciated all of our time together. There are so many like countless small moments on this podcast that there's so many that I can't remember them all. But like every time I scoffed at any of your jokes, like we had to stop the podcast to acknowledge how poor one of your jokes was. Always,
That will not be going away.
I know. We still talk regularly on Discord. I throw the
Oh yeah.
tomato at you as needed. That is
Oh
not
yeah.
going away. I'm still,
The acidity levels are still rising around these parts.
that's right.
Tomatoes have
The
acid.
the ammo in the gun is still fully loaded, full of like cherry tomatoes, ready to
There you go.
unload the clip if need be. I appreciate all of your historical and game knowledge you've brought to the pod. I've learned so much from you. Still continue to do as you rifle off random names I've never even thought about thinking of in my entire life. And I'm glad that John is probably going to
Oh yeah,
keep doing
he's
that
carrying that
1-1.
torch.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
literally
between-
it is like the like lead up to the Olympics where it's like Salt Lake City has the torch, and I'm like passing over. And he's like, "We're going to Wyoming."
That
that's
is,
right.
I can't wait for the first one because I know it's gonna be some like tight end three that was barely on the 97 Packers, barely on the
You mean
2000.
John Thompson, Thomason? He was like this white oafish dude that was like 80. What was his number? 83?
You just you
89?
just you just put two names together. I don't believe that man exists.
He's
I, I
he
I feel
he was
like
never.
John is getting there, but I have to look this up.
Yeah.
It's
Jeff
Uh,
Thomason. That's yes, Thomason. It's his last name. He was number 83, and he
see
was
like
on the
that.
Super Bowl team.
That's just so insane.
You're
It's
welcome.
like I love it.
There it is.
I love it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Jordan, I appreciate you always and thank you for all you've given to the podcast and everything you've given to GSP and the like. And yeah, we're always happy to have you on. So we're not ending yet
It'd be
because
really funny if I just left the Zoom call
you just
right
left.
after
We're
you said
like, all right,
that.
goodbye. In pulling number 83 for Jeff Thomason
Mm.
in true Talk of the Tundra offseason podcast fashion. Jordan, I'm really curious as to what you think of the Packers' newest kicker, Trey Smack, donning number 28 as he enters training camp versus, a regular kicker number.
Well, I feel like it's fitting because I feel like the Packers have mastered the short field goal. Like the average length of a field goal under LaFleur has probably been like 28 yards over the last couple of years. So Trace Mack is, he's calling a shot early. And then I think I did like the 28 kicks later joke to you that didn't really make sense. But yeah, that's pretty bold. Like I just think of like terrible Division I college kicker vibes. Like that's not good. And the Packers are not a team that have a lot of retired numbers. You know what I mean? Like they have five, six. Not all of those single digits are like teens. The numbers in the teens are in use. So you're gonna go 28? What?
That is,
Let's see. Who is the last 28?
that's a great question.
AJ Dillon. Now there's probably 28 last year, but he's the most famous AJ
Yeah.
28 of memory. I don't know if somebody wore it last year.
Can I, this is not to like already just segue. I have Journal Sentinel alerts on my phone.
Go ahead.
Because I'm a proud subscriber of local news. I love my sports teams. I love my community. Stop with AJ Dillon alerts. I don't give a flying F that you're pointing this out there.
Yeah.
Like, it is insane to me. He's not on the team. He
But he's
loves
the mayor,
Door County.
but he's
We
the
all
mayor
do.
of Door County.
Okay. It was an uncontested race. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. So I just like he's been off the team for like 15 months. Or
Can I
Give or take.
hop in and launch my maybe hottest take?
let's go.
He's the most recent corny running back that Packers fans can't let go. Because I always saw
I agree.
Jamal Williams very corny. After he left, he was like just in press conferences forcing people to talk about anime. I was like, what are we doing? Why am I as a Packers fan supposed to care anymore about a guy we decided we didn't want? So I'm with you. The alert's got to go. I don't care that AJ Dillon is looking leaner heading into the Eagles camp. He's never going to sniff it down, probably.
You are correct that AJ Dillon, I mean, can we count this? Trayvon Diggs technically wore 28. I forgot that he played for the Packers
Yeah.
by the end of the year.
Um,
But yeah.
Also, how dare you disrespect
I know.
Ahmad
I
Carroll?
know.
The
Oh,
most,
I can't forget Ahmad Carroll.
uh,
That was a Mike Sherman special
he
right
is
there.
like the only
yeah.
one that's even close to memorable that I would know on this list.
For number 28?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, funnily enough, there was a Bobby Thomason that wore it in 1951.
Yep.
Willie Buchanan, actually, that's a name I've read in Packers books that, but yeah, this is a very, at least Trace Mack has a number that he could,
He could make
carve
for
in.
himself.
Yeah.
The best
just
20,
get
the
it
best
through the
player in
uprights.
franchise history to wear 28. It's not a high bar.
Not really, unless you want to be oh no, I was gonna say Buster Maddox, but he only played
A season.
a season.
Hmm. Well, it's tough. Every middle linebacker in secondary wants to wear number 7. So, I'm just trying to think of like single digit numbers too. It's like
That is
there's
true.
really not
Golden
there's
is 0.
yeah, Parsons
Parsons is
1,
1.
Cee's
2.
yeah,
Yep. 3 is retired. 4 is retired. 5 is retired.
hmm
I don't think 6
6
is.
is Tyrod Taylor. He could have beat Tyrod to
He
the
could have beat.
punch.
Mm,
Yep. 7 is
Couple
was
segues here.
Quay, but I don't know if that is
It's now
anymore.
Javon Bullard.
Oh,
Javon
yep.
Bullard is changed his number to 7.
I
So
like that.
I also like that.
oh
I like that vibe change. That is a good
yeah,
vibe
Does
change.
that make you higher on Javon Bullard than
I
you
was
were?
higher on him last year.
He
I was
says.
higher on him last
He
year.
says
I was. Let me
incredulously.
just say, I was Bullard. I was bullish. Bullish on Bullard. But he's a rookie. You're gonna make more mistakes. And also,
yeah.
like PFF, like these grades, what are they? They got Microsoft Copilot doing them these days. What does it really mean?
You were so
Yeah.
close to going full Jerry Seinfeld. I heard it in your voice.
Oh, I know.
You were
I was
so
ready.
close.
I was about to do John Lynch's draft record.
I like that he changed to 7 because it also signals to the Packers, and I think they're finally admitting that he is just straight up a nickel cornerback.
Yeah.
Like the reason why he was so tough his rookie season is they kept when Evan Williams went down, they kept putting him back in at
Yes.
safety, and now it's like when he's hurt. I think Zane Anderson got some play last year. Didn't, hopefully Keaton Oladapo finds himself able to back up Evan Williams a bit more, but like the guy's not a safety, or at least
No.
he plays so well at slot. Why would you ever change it? So 7 looks good on him for that reason. I'd say too.
Strong agree. Strong agree. He might look better outside than the corners do. So I don't care.
Well, that
2 is gonna look really good outside when it's not 20. What is third? No, what is Carrington Valentine?
25.
24.
25. No, yeah,
He's
Oh,
25
24
now.
and 25. Sorry. No, Keyshawn
He
is
had
25. Sorry.
he had changed it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24, 25 are on the outside right now.
yeah. So 2 is gonna look really great out there, replacing
Yeah.
one of them. Jordan, do you have Jaden Reed thoughts? I figured I'd get your question. Your
Contract extension.
yeah.
I liked it. I think. I mean, last year was just such an aberration that, like,
Right.
what are you gonna do with he? We talked about at the time. It's like it sounds like a bigger problem than like what they're just. Oh, he's got like a stress fracture, or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and
Was gonna play
so
through it.
yeah, it's like the season just started. You're gonna basically just announce that your season's over, or just derailed heavily. But I like it. I mean, obviously, you covers yourself with Romeo leaving for big money in New England. But sorry, I was trying to make a joke about New England, a team engulfed by
By
the
what?
National Enquirer.
For what reasons?
I don't know. Their coach seems a-okay.
Well, he went to
Uh,
therapy. I heard or rehab. Sorry, rehab.
yeah, yeah,
Cause
with really clear, crystal clear cell reception.
yeah, and he was back in the team facility on Sunday, so it must have been a really effective rehab.
Yeah.
It was
My
a
original
great
joke
program.
when I was gonna announce that I was the last like goodbye. It was like, oh, I've got back from vacation in Arizona, just like unplugged. What's going on?
You leak your own photos of you hanging out with your pregnant wife at the time.
Dude, it is crazy. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't. I mean, I'm just a layman now, but like, this is so. It's not. It is, and it's not funny because like now I'm like mature enough to like realize like these
Yeah.
are people, and it's you're ruining someone, but not just someone. You're ruining
I
families, and but
I think it was Roger Sherman had a tweet today, and it said something like, "At this point, everyone needs to go through their photos and just double check that they don't have pictures of Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini on their phone."
yeah,
Because
100%.
you too
Also,
might find footage of them doing their affair out in public.
they have like the worst friends too. That they're just like, yeah, here's this.
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah,
the Smokies.
yeah. It's yeah. They're in
I
Tennessee.
should be laughing.
They're in Tennessee. You two are the only tens I see, and it's just like there had to be somebody there, and yeah, Who who needs enemies with friends like these, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That whole thing
Uh,
is wild to me because when it happened, I was like, "Ah, man, I just really hate the idea that like a female reporter is going to get dragged for just like maybe impropriety or not, right?" And at the time, it didn't feel earned, and it was like, "Oh,
yeah.
this is like a weird witch hunt where it's
Yeah.
like people that just love shitting on women who do a predominantly male job or whatever." And then it just everything came out, and I was like,
Now it's just like,
or I'm wrong,"
Yeah.
and they everybody who was just quick to being shitty was just actually right,
For
and
yeah, for once.
you know, so they'll get to take that victory lap probably for the rest of their lives, but it's not getting any better, which
No.
is
It
interesting.
actually gets worse
I
every
do
day.
it
I do
gets
wonder if
worse.
it I wonder if it does get to a point where they relieve Vrabel of his duties. I mean, it's the NFL and Bob Kraft is the owner, so it takes a lot of
What's
massaging
wrong
to
with
get
him?
him to do anything. I think nothing. And
What's
so
that comment
who
for?
knows?
What did he
I don't
get? What
know.
did he get the shot for?
I don't remember. But I do wonder if it gets to a point where some sort of HR person is like, or public relations person is like, this is a nightmare. We gotta do something. So
Yeah.
Also, like, this is probably a point that could have been easily or like better made like a month ago when we didn't know what we know now. But I just remember hearing like podcasts talk about it because obviously this is such like a big media thing of like how do we cover this, sanctimonious, like I'm carrying my media flag. How do we talk about this? And they're like, well, like, how recognizable are these people? And I'm just thinking, Mike Vrabel is just in the Super Bowl where it is watched by 100 million people. Like, 1 out of 4 Americans, however big this country is at this point, like, even if they weren't tuned in, they can see a guy that looks like a human veggie tail, like, be at this. Like, he's a very football looking man. So it's like, yeah, come on,
A human veggie tail.
human veggie tail.
Yeah.
That was mean. That part was mean.
Oh, I'm sure you really hurting Mike Vrabel's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure when he's listening.
See,
It's
I'm coming. This is what happens. I'm off for 4 months, and I got takes. Got takes.
you got
Romeo
takes.
Dobbs. Good luck. That's that's the hottest of my takes.
That's funny. Um all right, folks. That's pretty much it. Nothing else to talk about. Nothing else to talk about. Unless you guys have something you want to shoot the shit with. Sorry, Ty.
I mean,
I'll swear.
Terod Taylor. Yeah, I said it as well. Sorry, Ty. I mean, Terod Taylor to get signed.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
right.
that's not like a really hot take. Like, I think that's like really strong and sound. I think like conventional wisdom was like, you don't get a Jordan Love backup, you get a Malik Willis facsimile.
Replacement. Yeah.
And I think like, yeah, I think that's like as close of as you can get without really having to spend too much money. I know there's like a big whisper about like Jimmy Garoppolo, but I just don't think he does what Malik Willis can do
And
with a
also
football.
yuck. Like no
Is he
thanks.
Yeah, sure.
retiring?
I think I did see that.
Yeah, I
Um,
think.
I just saw somebody post it. I think Andy Herman posted Tyrod Taylor's contract. It's like mega cheap. But now
Yeah.
that
Mm.
now that I've
I
scrolled
didn't know
off
the
of Twitter,
details got. I didn't realize the details got
yeah.
posted.
Oh, here we go. 1.3 million base salary. Excuse me, base salary for 2026. Um, his dead cap if they cut him is like $700,000. It's like not
Yeah.
a cap at all.
Oh,
So
Yeah. So it's full tryout. I mean, this could be a Terod Taylor last hurrah situation,
oh for
but
sure. He's also
I feel for him.
37.
Yeah. I mean, I feel for him. He was a guy who played well enough to get the job against the Chargers, and he didn't lose that job to Justin Herbert. He got a lung punctured by their training staff.
He got
You know what I mean?
stabbed.
It's not exactly like he lost his job. Uh, you know, so much for the you can't lose it to injury, but I mean,
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's a stud. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It was found money. It's just I feel for Terod and how he hasn't really been able to get like another crack at it. But
Mhm.
he's like a great backup. I remember where I was listening to it too. But you got to think like it's awesome that they finally have a veteran presence. So he's not like Jordan Love isn't going like, hey, Desmond Ritter, how do you feel about what's going on in this game right now?
Right.
Oh, it's like not much. Probably not much.
or
He's not
Clayton
doing much.
Tune.
Yeah, geez. Or Kyron Drones or drone strikes.
Oh, the Virginia Tech fella. Yeah.
The undrafted free agent they signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does
Yeah.
it make it? Does
They
it?
did sign him?
They did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it worry you that knowing that Love, not gonna say injury prone, but last 2 years he's missed some games.
hmm
I mean, this is, it's only because there are real thoughts from Packers fans that were saying Malik Willis should be the starter. I'm not
Right.
saying that was right, but we can see how a backup quarterback can eventually look more normal compared to what Malik Willis is doing and backing up Jordan Love. I don't know. He was really good. I mean, you mentioned the Chargers times, but like even he was the quarterback for the Bills when they erased their like what 19-year, 18-year playoff drought. Like it was a really long time, and that team was not good. But at least it's always good to have veteran presence. But I would feel very creaky about if Love does get hurt, and you're just like, but
I'm
that's a
I'm
dime a dozen with any
curious.
backup quarterback, really.
I'm curious if you guys can name every team he's played for.
How many?
7, including the Packers. So you gotta name 6 others.
Okay, we got
Packers,
two.
Bills,
Yep.
Chargers,
Yep. Yep.
Jets.
Yep. No. No.
Not the Jets. Why did I think this
Giants.
on?
Oh no, Jets last year. I'm sorry, or 2 years ago. My
Yeah, I was like,
apologies.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh, where did he play with Baker? Was it the Browns?
Yes,
Do you
Cool.
do Giants too?
he did do Giants. There are 7 total, not including the Packers. My apologies.
Not included. So we're down to one more, huh?
Yep. You are down to. Did you guys say Texans?
No.
My last guess is the Texans.
There's one more team.
Okay.
It's who we started with.
Oh, Baltimore.
Yes.
There it is. We
Yes.
did it.
There we
Nice.
go.
I mean, if anyone was
Yeah.
That
gonna
was when
do it,
Flacco was starter, right?
probably yeah, 2011, 2011, 2012,
That's a
2013.
Super Bowl champ right there.
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah.
It is Super Bowl champ and Pro Bowler. How
Yeah.
about that? Pro Bowler
Terod
in
Taylor
2015 with Buffalo.
Terod Taylor drastically increases our median age too. Between him, Zaire, and Javon Hargrave. The Packers, did you see? They're no longer the first youngest team. They're like fifth.
Hell
Their
yeah.
There we
their
go.
average the average age is over 25 now.
We
We
do
did
in
it.
fact love
Wow.
that.
They can
We
rent
did
a
it.
car collectively.
They're still on
That's
their
right.
parents' insurance, but
There you
can
go.
rent a car.
We're efficient, economical.
um, did either of you prefer trading a 7th round pick for Anthony Richardson?
Did he get traded?
No, but like they didn't pick up his 5th year, so he's on for this year.
No, I don't. I'll hop in first. I was if they would have released him, sign him, great. I wouldn't want to give capital up for him. Specifically because I think what Malik Willis has that Anthony Richard didn't was tape that he could throw the football well. Like Malik actually
Yeah.
had some pretty decent film at Liberty. Like Anthony Richard's boomer bust potential was always in the fact that he has like an absolute rocket, but that doesn't mean he processes the game well. Some of the stuff you hear coming out of the Colts, it's like I just don't even know if he could become a serviceable backup. Like I don't really know what his path is, but for where the Packers are at and what they need, like just because he can run fast like Malik can, I don't know if that necessarily is the perfect fit for him.
No, I can't imagine. I think he went to probably the worst type of situation where they needed him to be good as
Right.
almost immediately, and then they had pressed eject. What, 2 years in? I guess going into his third year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Um, and at that point too, it's like all the other stuff of like him taking it out of his game, like that, like and how the teammates clearly did not like that, like how they were talking about it. Like I don't know. He's probably a lot to learn off the field, it seems like, and I can't imagine wanting to bring. It's not like a Darnold or you're doing your kind of normal rehabilitating quarterback situation. I think there's a lot more there that you know the Packers can't alone fix.
Totally.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It in my brain, not accounting for skill set, it just seemed like something they'd do. Like
It's not a bad idea.
quarterback that is on the outs that has possible potential for a 7th round pick. 'Cause that's what Malik went for. But to your point, John, like yeah, Malik had tape. Anthony Richardson has potential,
Yeah.
and not so much the tape. I think it was Anthony Richardson, Oh, I can't remember. It was the other couple of busts, but when Ty Simpson was drafted, it was like number of games played in college for QBs drafted in the first round, and it was not a good list to be included on for Ty Simpson.
Totally. I mean, Ty at
No.
least has the benefit of not being drafted in the top 5 picks. Like, I still cannot believe how did Chris Ballard keep his job? How does he still have the same exact general manager job after drafting Anthony Richardson fourth?
Yeah,
Your answer, and you locked him down to a long-term deal, was Daniel Jones.
yeah.
They
The
were like, we like this.
the
This is how bad Anthony Richardson is. We like Daniel Jones enough to pay him top of the market money.
the
That's
fresh off an Achilles tear Daniel Jones
yeah,
and a knee
crazy.
injury, I think, mid-season.
Yeah,
Well, he made that
crazy.
like 3D printed, like,
Yeah,
and
and
then
that
got
and then got hurt
hurt.
again.
Yeah.
And then Alec Pierce came to the
Yeah.
rescue and said, "If you don't sign Daniel Jones to a long-term deal, I'm not signing mine."
And did I see that they just released Kenny Moore
They did.
today?
Yeah. He asked to be
He asked to be
released.
released,
So
Oh,
they honored him.
interesting.
Yeah.
but like, if you're getting put to the fryer by Alec Pierce,
Yeah.
like he's good. I'm not sure he's commit $240 million to two players good.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and the deceased owner's daughter is on the sidelines taking, you know,
She she
taking
called
notes.
she called their first round pick. Like
She called like, we're
like
drafting you.
yes.
Yeah.
Who did they
That's
take?
That's Carly Ursay you're talking about.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's all good. It's yeah, it's interesting. I mean, she was like, there was always like the reports too that she's on the sideline wearing a headset. And this is
Yeah.
when Jim was still alive, and they're like, why does she need one? It's and who knows? I mean, this is one of the great reasons not to have an owner run your football team.
Yeah.
Um,
CJ Allen is that they took in the second round. The first round pick went to the
Oh,
New
yeah,
York,
because
New
this
York
the
for
sauce
the
trade.
sauce trade. Yeah.
yeah.
Oof.
But like
Boof.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Real quick,
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like is there any veteran free agent still on the market that either one of you are pining for? And obviously we can do a more like deep dive, but just anybody that you think makes sense. I only think of that because like I don't think any more makes sense for the Packers, but
No.
it is interesting. We are in like post draft free agent season, right? No, they're no longer going to be affecting the compensatory
compensation,
picks for next year. Yeah. So things will shake loose as players get in.
Why isn't my available? There we go. I was going to spell track and I was trying to find
Yeah.
the ones who haven't been signed. Honestly, like the only one I've really like thought about that they could like use is like Jadeveon Clowney, or I'm just seeing. I'm just being told this now. You're just telling me this now. Hassan Reddick is available, but like I think Clowney's probably better than
Yeah.
Reddick. Honestly, they can't. They probably can't afford him. He's going to get a bigger deal than the Packers can offer. I would drive to Cleveland myself and bring David Njoku to the
I knew you
Packers.
were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like that would be such an awesome pairing with Tucker Kraft, and then you can punt Luke Musgrave into the sun, respectfully.
Who's this? Aaron Rodgers? No. I just think edge or along the line.
Yeah.
I mean, I see Bosa, Joey Bosa to be clear. I mean, I don't know. That's great. AJ Espinosa or
Mhm.
Epinesa, sorry. That's actually really interesting. He's only 27. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
Basically,
something about
any edge is where I'm at.
yeah, because you're going into it with obviously
They have so
oh,
many like what I was gonna say wide receiver too. They have so many twos or threes for edge. John, you and I talked
Yeah.
about this during the draft, but like they're
Yeah,
gonna
to start
roll
the
with
season,
Van Ness.
you're looking at Lucas Van Ness alongside what Baron Sorrell,
Yeah.
deny Dennis Sutton if he can prove it. I mean,
hmm,
both fourth round picks, so it's like you hope that they can make meaningful snaps, but uh, alongside LVN. But it's like if Micah was saying he's trying to play week one, I don't know how realistic that is. I mean, Goody was on a Sirius XM show recently saying that he thinks that both him and Kraft are going to be playing
Early.
closer to the start of the season than you think. But it's like,
Right.
well, Tucker Kraft also blew out his ACL like 4 weeks before Micah did. So it's like
Right.
they're
Yeah.
not on the same. They're not on the same timeline
Like
anyways.
Kraft
but
could. Who knows
yeah,
if
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
will, but
I was way more sign a veteran edge if you because I didn't even think they should really take a pick for an edge player in this draft. And then when the dentist fell in the third round, it was kind of a no brainer to stick and pick there. But I think like I could see a TJ Slayton reunion. That would be interesting. And
Yeah.
honestly, I would even maybe trade the Bengals to bring him back. I don't know what his contract looks like exactly, but they might just outright release him. Like the fact that they got Dexter Lawrence means like they don't really need this guy, and I think they benefit in terms of like cap savings in just releasing him. So I could see that maybe being a fun reunion if you're just looking for like a more earnest like run stuffing one tech. But I'll say this. I don't know. I that's where I lean if we're going to talk about like defensive line. Easton Butler was as recently saying today. Did you see that post that
I
he was
did.
in conversations with Rasul Douglas? And Zool said he's in talks with the Packers, the Bucks, the Bills, and Commanders. And he said with a price point. And he said I don't know how accurate that is honestly. And he said he doesn't really know anything until it all comes together. But
Yeah, sounds like his agent's trying to get him somewhere.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to kick the tires on that, but they need to kick the tires on something if Keyshawn Nixon continues to play as poorly as he does on the boundary or Carrington. I mean, either one of them. It's like Cisse and St. Juice could probably get you by, but at some point I could hopefully see them maybe finding another Rasul type.
I wouldn't
like
even
they
hate
did,
Rasul as
a
just like
few years ago.
as like a
Yeah.
veteran leader, just to kind of like coach those guys up throughout the season.
Yeah.
Like maybe he doesn't play
Yeah.
that often, or if he's thrust into the positions due to injuries, that's fine. But like,
Yeah.
not a bad guy to learn from.
Yeah, he played really well last year in Miami too.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was kind of like on the decline, and then he kind of got revitalized. So
Got some
who knows
juice.
if it's got some Saint Juiced. That's right.
Two peas in a pod, you two.
That's right. That's right.
A couple of JTs.
That's right. Yucca yucca. Waka waka.
Not to prematurely end again. Is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we skedaddle?
Well, actually, I will. I was actually in. I didn't say this to Numac or John, but I was in Green Bay last week,
Ooh.
and um, did the Lambeau tour again, and signed up my daughter to the season ticket waiting list.
Very cool.
Love
I
that.
did it.
I love
Did
that.
it. So I'll probably be long dead when those tickets actually arrive to her mailbox. If tickets are still sent that way. The Packers are still a thing in 2095, but I
Yeah.
figured, got to do it.
Yeah.
God.
She'll get her AARP card the same day she gets her season tickets, and that'll be awesome.
Seriously, I was like thinking, like, there's no. Well, one, it was gonna always be in her name anyway, but I was like, I can't do it for myself too. Like, there's just no way. There's no way.
Well, with them kicking everybody off who's selling them all, it might move a little faster, but there's a lot of people on the list. What
It's a lot.
Did you get a number of what she is on the list?
That will come in the mail. Probably some point in summer.
You have to share that. You have to
I
share
will definitely be sharing that.
that you
I'll
went to
definitely
Lambeau and put her on the on the
As
season
of
list.
May, whatever it was, this is where the waiting list was.
Yeah, that's incredible, incredible. So, without objection, I appreciate both of you and everything you've given to the pod, and John, and what you're going to give to the pod. I'm excited to continue talking Tundra with you by my side, and Jordan, as always, you're welcome whenever you want to hop on and talk. Like, say for some reason the Packers do sign Aaron Rodgers next year for a backup deal. I want to hear your opinion on it.
Happy.
It would be crazy, but that's something that we would need to do the 3-man for again. So
Yeah.
um,
Whenever you need to shine the bat signal, you know where to find me.
you know what? Whenever I need we don't start the fire rendition of the Packers
Oh, God.
2026 season. Or 2025
That was when
season,
that was when I was like, oh, my best days are behind me.
Yeah.
if I need that, I know who to go to. So
Well, you're taking a break from the pod to like really nail that whole song down, right? Like,
100%.
you'll have 3 verses.
I'm
3 chords.
like an artist, like they release something and it's like, it's not quite ready, and they just keep tinkering on it. It's like, well, then just don't release it and keep working on it. It's my masterpiece.
that is funny. So, all right, folks, thank you for listening to this solemn but also joyous pod as we usher in a new era and be thankful for the one we're leaving. Again, Jordan, thank you for everything. John, thank you. Listener, thank you. Check out GSPN as Ty and Rohan continue to talk about Taylor Jenkins and his new hire and whatever draft pick they're going to pick at, wherever they're going to pick, wherever the Hawks pick, because we're gonna jump for sure. Please with sprinkles on top. I don't want to pick 12 or whatever it is. But yeah, check out Gyro Step with Ty and Rohan for all things Bucks. Check out the YouTube channel, Talk of the Tundra, for all things. If you want to watch our pretty mugs talk about Packers, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, John, I'll start with you. Thank you, and then
Thank you, Numac.
Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you, Numac and John.